What's up, you guys? My name is Sahara, and welcome to my first speed build, I guess. So this is a speed build that I did for our Not So Berry challenge. It took me about an hour total to go through this build. I didn't figure you guys wanted to sit there and watch me waffle back and forth for an hour, but I did want to upload so you guys weren't like, "Whoa, where did this house come from?" This house actually, I found a small house with a floor plan and everything like that on the internet, and I just, decided to go with it. I did edit it down a little bit and change some of the stuff to make it make more sense in my brain. Um, but I did want to kind of show you how I got there. So, you can kind of see I'm going through pics and stuff right now. This is why I did not do this as an actual recording, because literally I will second guess myself to the nth degree when I'm doing a build. Even when I'm looking at something, I'm like, does that look right? I don't know. And I'm still not 100% on like the roof and stuff. I'm just not good at roofs in The Sims 4. I miss my auto roof tool, even though they always looked ugly. I was like, well, the game gave it to me that way, so maybe it's supposed to be ugly. Um, but yeah, so I'm just kind of playing around right now, and there are some things I changed. Like, for instance, in the back, instead of building just an open deck, I did like a glass roof and covering. I thought that was kind of neat, so I went with that. And you can kind of see right now I'm just kind of picking and poking around and deciding like how big is the wall that comes off, how big is it going to be, and how far up is it going to be. Um, this house actually has 3 bedrooms. So if you're watching my Not So Berry challenge, or well, it's the Completion Chronicles, but right now we're in the Not So Berry portion of it. If you're watching that, you know that right now our girl Abigail has just found out that she is expecting her first child. So, if we only have one child, then we've got plenty of room. But if not, then, maybe we've got things. I don't know. I know I could easily go into MC Command Center and figure that out, but I like the surprise, so we're going with the surprise for now. So anyway, I'm just adding in some of the necessary things right now, and I didn't forget banisters because I know that's a big thing. Um, I'm just putting some columns, um, and then kind of just picking and choosing and moving the trees around a bit. Now, this is where I literally could have spent so many hours. The roofs in this game, they just stress me out. And this one had a very specific kind of idea for the roof. So, like, I was like, why does this roof look so weird? Like, you'll see me, I try many different things and styles and things like that. Now, this roof did have that little clip through, which I really liked. I just hate the way that they kind of clip through each other. If you've got any suggestions on how I can fix that, I will be eternally in your debt. But for now, I think I've gotten it to a place where I can kind of accept it for what it is. Thankfully, I don't play with the roofs up very often, so I'm kind of like, okay, I can make this work. I can deal with this. But I actually, other than the roof, I think for somebody who doesn't build very much, which is definitely me, I think it looks cute. Now, I do remember that I didn't put a roof trim on, which is something I can easily go back and fix later. But for now, I thought, I thought this house actually turned out really stinking cute. And you see, I'm still kind of adjusting and moving things to where I think they'll make more sense. This is where I went back and was like, I'm going to put a glass roof back here because I think that'd be really cool. Because that's how I roll sometimes. So, anyway, now I'm just putting the windows. I did try to base the window placements off of the build that I based this off of, obviously, but there's just sometimes when in The Sims, even with our lovely little alt, where we can move the things off the grid, which is amazing. I'm not complaining at all about that. But there's just sometimes where windows don't look right in The Sims like they would in an actual home. So, you'll see me, and I'll every time I go into a new room, I kind of go back and I decide, well, I don't know if I like that there. And I kind of move things around once I get into the actual furnishing of the house. So I'm just putting in some of these little accent piece windows. I really thought they were really cute, for a better lack of a better word. And yeah, then I was pretty pleased. Like I said, not a huge fan of the roof clipping through like that, but hey, what are you gonna do? Things are not gonna be perfect because this is a game, and despite the fact that it can, be a very intelligent game, there are just some things that you can't fix. And that's where you see me trying to figure out how to fix it. I was desperate to fix it, but I just decided, you know what? I'll leave it for now. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell me how to fix it. But I'm overall happy with how it came out. I think it's very, very nice, and it gives us a lot of space. And you'll see me open it up. Um, Originally there was that divider wall between like the dining and the kitchen area um, versus like the living area, but I think I take that out eventually. Now I'm trying to find like placements for doors because again, there were certain things in the build that I was not a huge fan of. Like the master door in the original build was right up against the back door. And even though they would not interfere with each other because they open in different ways, it's like I don't want to have to, hear the back door slam against my bedroom. Like if this was my bedroom in the master, I wouldn't want to hear the bathroom, the back door slamming against that anytime my husband takes the dog outside. You know what I'm saying? So I try to think about things like that. Now, as you will see when I start actually building things, or I'm filling in the kitchen and stuff now, I went with more of like an airy kind of white style in the kitchen, and then I add in this little wall here. I did stick with the mint theme since that's our girl, and she's in the mint generation, so I did stick with the mint. And as you see, I just took that window out because I was like, it's getting on my nerves where it's at. So I stuck with the mint theme, but in the other bedrooms, I went ahead and put red in. Even though it's very bizarre to see such a stark contrast between the red and the mint, I thought, why not go ahead and get ourselves into that mindset of the red generation or the rose generation? So the two extra bedrooms as well as the hall bath are in more of a red theme. And I found that even though I went with like a white tile and white or light gray appliances, well, not appliances, like sinks and stuff, I'm finding that I'm kind of leaning toward black as like the accent, which is not a shock. Black is my favorite color, and before anybody goes, "This is not a color," poo poo on you. I like black, and I'm gonna always say that black's my favorite color. Um, but I do notice the shift into the red generation or the rose generation, that I tend to. I'm hanging more toward black accents, so it'll be interesting to see how things change once we get into that generation. Now, I am putting some little knickknacks here and there. As I started to kind of fill out the house, I realized that I shouldn't have put all these little knickknacks in at the beginning because I'm out of money. But I did get some, the basics. I got the basics taken care of and the things that we needed. The two bedrooms, extra bedrooms, which will be the children's bedrooms, are empty, um, but that can easily be fixed at our later date. So there I go. I went with the pink because when I think rose, I think more of a pinky color. But there is an actual pink generation, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't want to double up in the color. So I went with like a deep red. But who knows? Maybe one of the children or the child or whatever, maybe they will speak to me and maybe they will be like, I like pink, and we'll go with pink. But for now, it's red. Um, so anyway, I decided to go with like a double kind of vanity here. And then put like a storage thing in the center. You'll see me, I go through like all the storage things in the center before I finally settle on one. Because I myself right now I'm looking at some houses, and I'm thinking about my own child, and maybe any other children we may have in the future. And I'm thinking, I know as the oldest of four that it would have been so useful if we had a bathroom with two sinks, where two people could get ready at the same time. That would have been so helpful. So that's something that I am looking for in my own life right now. So I thought, why not go for that here? So, and you'll kind of see me go back and forth. I did put some accents in. I did keep putting my favorite light in, but just like I did in the other house, I still did like pendant lights and things like that. I just put the saucer lights in just because they just they're just the best. They give off the best light, and especially when you're wanting to play, or even when you're recording, like you want good light so that you can see everything that's going on. Oh, there I go. See? Black. And then I immediately went back to white in the mint room. So, just an interesting little tidbit. Now, with the master bathroom, I kind of played around with the layout a little bit, and it's odd. It's odd, but I don't hate it. Um, I was actually kind of pleased with myself in the way that I kind of figured that one out. But I started in with the master bedroom now. I did just put up some basic curtains, just because like curtains are just something that give just a little bit more of a realistic feel to a home in The Sims. Without breaking the bank. And I did put a little snake plant right there and a rubber tree because uh, I don't know if it's because I hit over 30, but I've recently really gotten into like little plants and stuff. I have them stuck everywhere. Um, and I have like a little herb garden and stuff out on my patio. So I think it's just I'm getting older, and I think I think plants are fun. So I put them in my Sims homes as well. So anyway, I just finished the master bedroom, and now I think I'm gonna head over into like the kitchen. Now, in the home that I was looking at, there was a fireplace, and I thought that was really cool. But I wanted one of the big grand fireplaces, but I couldn't make it look right, so I went with the smaller fireplace instead, and then mounted the TV over the top. Now I know there's not like a really like matching set, like it's not there are very few matching sets of love seats, couches, and chairs in The Sims, so I just kind of picked the ones that I thought looked good together. I might be completely wrong. You can yell at me in the comments if you want to. Probably not going to change it because I think it's cute, but could totally be wrong here. And now I'm just kind of picking the rugs again. I kind of stuck with the pinky tones. I think pink and mint look really kind of cool together. Um, so I kind of went with like that, and there you go. I stuck another plant in there. Um, but now I'm adding in like a dining table, and like they could actually have a true dining table. I built that little island where they can like have like a breakfast nook kind of situation going on, but I thought it was important for them to have an actual like dining area. So I did that right there. And just was looking for little things to kind of dress up because that's a long wall to not have anything on it. And then I clicked on the massive paintings and was like, holy cow. um, but just now I'm just kind of finishing out everything, trying to find a rug that I'm pleased with to go under there. And I tried a lot of rugs before I finally settled on one. Um, and But that's about it. If you guys like what you see here, don't forget to click like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.